The search is on for a new head of the National Prosecuting Authority. The post is a crucial one, but it's been mired in political controversy. Outgoing NDPP Sean Abrahams was the fifth head since the NPA was established. Abrahams left the position in August after the court found his appointment was invalid. Here is the history. Bulelani Nguka quit in 2004. He decided not to charge then Deputy President Jacob Zuma for fraud and corruption. Vusi Pikoli was forced out in 2009. He refused to bow down to political pressure. Menzi Simelane was removed from office in 2011 as the Constitutional Court found his appointment invalid. Nkosazana Nkosana quit in 2015 after bowing out under political pressure from Jacob Zuma. Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa says that there will be no political interference and no state capture of the new NPA head.
Truth be told, that is the last person we ever want to be captured. We want them to be as slippery from the hands of capturers as possible because they have an important role to play. Now, we are addressing that.
Tonight we talk to Judge Johan Krichler of Freedom Under Law and Lawson Naidu of the Council for the Advancement of the Constitutional. He's in our Cape Town studios about what it'll take to restore credibility and public trust in the NPA. Very warm welcome. Judge Krichler, Cyril Ramaphosa says it's going to be a clean head of the NPA. The days of state capture, when it comes to that, is over. How's that possible?
It's theoretically possible. It's very, very difficult in practice. We've seen in the 10 years that we've had NDPP, continuous attempts by the politicians to exercise more or less forceful pressure on the incumbents of that office. The temptation for the executive to use its power to try to persuade the prosecuting authority to be a tool for the convenience of the executive has proved irresistible up to now.
How effective have they been?
I think that Bulelani Nguka, Vusi Pikoli, Nkosazana Nkosana were honest men, they were good men. The office was perverted not by them, but by the politicians who weren't prepared to let them do their job in terms of the Constitution. I think we can do that again. I think it calls for political integrity on the part of the executive. It calls for responsible, independent action on the part of the National Director of Public Prosecutions. It calls on all of us as the public to be alert, to resist any attempts by the executive to use the prosecutorial branch of state for its benefit. Of course, it wasn't only the president that was able to do this. The president was able to do this because the then ministers of justice lent themselves to it, because the cabinet at the time did not say, well, Mr. President, the office of the National Director of Public Prosecutions cannot be used for political ends. Okay. We cannot allow that.
Let's bring in Lawson Naidu. Mr. Lawson Naidu, I mean, what do you think the challenges are? And do you think that Cyril Ramaphosa is going about it the right way now? Is he being politically smart here?
Well, I think, firstly, Jane, the point is that, you know, the new National Director of Public Prosecutions is themselves not going to be the solution to the problems that beset this institution. The problems run very, very deep within the NPA. There are clear divisions and factions that exist within that institution, and that needs to be cleaned out as well. And, you know, that's going to be a process to get that right. There have been some good starts. I mean, this appointment process now, the fact that an inquiry has been initiated into the fitness of Nankobo Jiba and Lawrence Mkwebi to hold office at the NPA is another good move, because those are some of the people that need to be removed in order to be able to give the NPA a clean slate.
Okay, well,
and in addition to what Justice Crickler just said, I think
we've seen so many moves in so many areas to clean up, but it's not really happening, does it? I mean, the gestures there, the overtures there, but will we actually see people leaving?
Well, I think we've got to allow due process to take its course, and I think the fact that attempts have now started to do that is a good sign. Coming to the appointment process itself, I think the initiative that President Ramaphosa has taken is a welcome one, to appoint an advisory panel to assist him in selecting an appropriate person to head this institution. It's unfortunate, however, that the interviews are not being conducted in public. We don't know what the criteria, for example, are that are being used in order to measure and evaluate the candidates that have applied or have been nominated, because this is a very complex job, and it's going to take someone with a diverse range of skills to be able to really lead the NPA and lead the turnaround strategy that's going to be required, and to be able to hand off undue political influence when it rears its head.
Okay, I'm going to have to cut you off there because we're running out of time, but very quickly from you, who do you think should take... No, I'm not going to ask you that. Naughty question. But they got quite a challenge.
It's an enormous job.
And should it be Cyril Ramaphosa who's choosing it? Because
yes,
where the checks and balances...
That's what the Constitution says, and that the Constitution trusts the President. If we watch the President is trustworthy. That's the point of it. The exercise has to be done by somebody. That somebody has got to be watched by all of us.
All right, and hopefully it returns trust to a very important authority. Thank you both for talking to us, Lawson, Naidu and Judge Crickler. Thank you.